Oh, I need to think of something funny to say.
Absurditee are for dummies.
Good morning and welcome to the Absurditee podcast. I am Cameron, and with me today is the man that no words can describe. Good morning, Jake.
Good morning. And real quick.
I told you I had nothing funny to say.
Real quick. Welcome back from the beach, bro.
Yes, thank you. I had a really good time at the beach.
I'm glad you had a good time at the beach.
Perhaps too good, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, we will get into that. There was a reason why we didn't have a Facebook Live happen.
Yeah, there is.
I will say that I sat there with Facebook open on my phone and on my computer for a while, and first thought that came to my mind, I was like, he's drinking right now. He's having a good time. So I'm just not going to bother him because, I knew, at that point, I was like, there's no point in messaging him.
Yeah, it slipped my mind.
Which is kind of good because, halfway through the day, I wasn't feeling that good either. Oh, man,
yeah.
You can hear the waves crashing in the background. Look at that. It's so beautiful.
Does it really have sounds?
No, it absolutely does not.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to another joke that completely goes over the head of every single audio listener.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here in a tank top, backwards ball cap, and sunglasses with a virtual beach in the background. And for anyone that's just listening, I'm also sipping on eggnog, which is the opposite of what you drink on a beach.
Yeah. Trust me, I drank a lot of stuff on the beach.
Oh, I'm sure.
I don't know, and eggnog was not one of them.
It shouldn't be, especially this time.
Okay, let's just get straight into the fun facts here. In 1567, the man said to have the longest beard in the world died after he tripped over his own beard running away from a fire. That is a terrible way to go.
That is a horrible way to go. God, my one accomplishment has now betrayed me.
Right. Wow. If I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, I have some kind of head thing going on, and I'm stuffed up beyond belief.
Give me 1 second. I just realized how unprofessional I am. My AC unit's on.
Oh, I can't even hear it.
I don't know if you can hear that or not, but it's annoying the hell out of me. I can't hear it. So just keep looking at the beach.
Just watch the beach. I mean, this is for audio too. I don't
and
know
he
what
disappears into the shadows.
He's gone. I don't even know what's happening. This is okay. Well, you just randomly appeared again. Okay, he's coming back.
Oh yeah, this is why my legs are uncomfortable. I'm wearing shorts in memory of the beach.
Really?
I found these in my car. I don't know why they're in my car.
Okay, this is
If you look in my car right now, there is a destroyed bed frame, shorts, a towel. There was 3 bottles of alcohol. There is now no bottles of alcohol. There's a half drink in water, a Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and an empty Amazon box with a couple of razor blades in the back seat.
Okay.
So if anyone tries to explain how my life goes, that's basically a pretty good explanation of how my life is. Just that conglomeration put together.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
I didn't turn off. The AC didn't turn off. I pressed the off button. It didn't turn off. I don't know. Listen, man, I just work here, all right? I'm going back in the shadows.
This is turning out to be a horrible intro to a show. Okay, there he goes. He's gone. He'll be back. God, those shorts are just those shorts are
Make fun of my shorts? I can't hear you.
Yeah, they're very unsettling to see.
I think I feel like they keep on riding up.
You're the one that wore them?
Well, yeah, for the joke. And now that I think about the fact that
the joke's over and now you're uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
I'm eating cough drops, by the way.
Well, first off, you're making the mistake of chewing cough drops. You don't chew cough drops.
It was at the very end. I was done with it.
I have the bad habit of I can't have anything that's supposed to dissolve in my mouth. I chew everything.
Yeah, I just got some phlegm stuff going on. Speaking of my phlegm, we're about to hear something gross. So I sneezed this morning,
Okay.
and I literally thought that my brain popped out of my nose.
Like it was just that heavy of a snooze.
Like, yeah, it just like, no, I mean, like, what came, like, it felt like something, like, it felt like my brain came out. Like, all that phlegm, like, all that nastiness came out at once. And I thought my brain, like, escaped my head. I was like, oh no, this is where I die. I die from a sneeze. That's how I'm going out.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I have super aggressive sneezes.
I do too.
Like all of my sneezes are like life and death. Like
I
head
think
reels back and I just shoot forward.
I think it's a guy thing.
Well, I know a lot of guys that have the super fan just
Oh, okay. I don't know anybody like that. Mine are like,
I feel like it's kind of
a volcano going off.
Especially our family. I feel like the older you get as a male, the more you exaggerate your sneezes too.
Might be.
Because I mean, think how many times Dad goes, I'm just like, my guy, like it's a sneeze.
Don't worry, I'll edit out all the coughs.
Don't.
I'm going to, because
authentic.
It's gonna be a lot.
It is going to be.
So my trip to South Carolina.
Yes, how was it?
I just want to start off with. Apparently, you can't wear neck gaiters on airplanes anymore.
Are they saying that they're not as safe as a regular mask?
Here's what pissed me off: is they don't tell you that before you get on the plane.
Like, are they basically saying like you have to wear like N9s?
N95 is what you're looking for.
Close. I mean, I just missed a number. It's fine.
No, they basically. I mean, you have to just wear like a actual face mask.
Like, oh.
So they were like, "Here's your." They gave me one, but literally the moment I tried to put it on, the strap broke, and so I was like, your mask that you gave me broke." And she was like, "Oh, let me give you another one." So I got that and I put that on, and I was like, "This is dumb. Why?" This mask is literally just as thick as my neck gaiter.
Yeah, the rules that people make just because they think they're right with no facts behind it is so annoying.
But so I did that. We got to South Carolina, or we got to North Carolina. We drove to South Carolina. It was like a 3.5 hour drive.
Actually, yeah, I'm turned off this virtual background. It's annoying.
And we got to the hotel. The hotel was super nice.
I hope so.
We were up on like the 15th floor. We had the ocean view. We got a Murphy bed.
I don't know what that is.
It's a bed that comes out of the wall.
I was going to say, is Eddie Murphy laying on the bed? That'd be awesome.
No, like it's like the wall's flat and then you like pull a handle and the whole bed comes out.
I've never actually seen one of those in person. I always just associate that with like New York, like studio apartments.
Ooh, you almost.
I said the first two letters and I stopped myself.
Did. I heard. That was like a bucket list thing for me, was to like sleep, like use a Murphy bed. I've never been around one.
Was it comfy?
Yeah.
Better be for how expensive it probably was.
I mean, comfy, or like I was so drunk that it didn't matter how comfy the bed was.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure at some point you laid on that bed while you were sober.
No, I did not.
Oh.
So the first night we went out and we just kind of like went to different bars. We bought beer and liquor at the liquor store on the way down there. So we were taking shots like all night. We had like we had coconut vodka.
Ooh, sounds nice.
Yeah, we were like, well, we're on the beach, might as well go like a tropical flavor. And then I had the Michelob Ultra, like cactus lime flavor. And then we went out to a restaurant and I met one of my friends from TikTok, which is why I went for the first time. We went to a restaurant, we went out to eat with him. And so we ordered 2 shots there. And then I accidentally knocked over my drink. Well, my drink was empty, but when I went to set it down, like knocked the whole thing over and ice went everywhere. And they were like, "Oh, the girl at the next table was like, oh, party foul, you got to take a shot." So he ordered us a shot, but he wanted my other friend's fiance. She was like, "We're like, you pick the shot. You pick the shot that we're gonna take." And she found one that was basically a Bloody Mary with a oyster in it.
That sounds disgusting.
I thought it was gonna be, and I was like, my wife was like, "Oh, he's gonna puke. Cameron's gonna puke." And so I took the shot. I didn't even know. Couldn't even tell there was an oyster in it. I guess I just like opened my throat and just let it go.
Well, at that point, you were probably drunk enough that it really didn't matter.
I mean, my buddy that was taking the shot with me, he drank everything, but didn't let the oyster go through into his mouth. So it was like just the oyster left, and so he had to take that separately, basically.
What? I've never had oyster.
I mean, I guess technically I have now, but I don't know what it tastes like.
I wouldn't count that.
So we go back to the hotel, and in the process, we actually meet up with another friend of ours from TikTok, and we all go up to our room, and we're like taking shots and drinking beers and hanging out on the balcony and stuff. And we spilled like a bunch of vodka all over the counter, and I was like, okay, we're gonna take a shot. And if we take these shots right now, you have to suck up all the vodka off the counter. And he did. He did it.
See, you guys get away with that kind of stuff. And every time I go out and like I go to a bar, I'll drink like $200 to $300 worth of drinks. I'll get kicked out of a bar, but I hadn't spilled anything. Like, I am very good at not spilling my drinks.
No, I mean,
but I always get kicked out.
When we spilled it was in our hotel room.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like you're still at like a bar or something.
No.
Okay.
So I go to lay. Finally, we're like, okay, let's call it a night. I go to lay down, and immediately when I lay down, put my head back, everything starts spinning. I'm like, crap. All right. So I get up and go. I get up and go straight to the bathroom, and I just let it all out.
Yep, the pukester. Notorious.
Yep. It's only when I hit liquor. Like, if it's just beer, I'm fine. But it's like when I hit liquor,
well, I feel like
game over.
I feel like puking on beer is actually pretty difficult. I've never puked on beer.
I've done it once.
I think the closest I've ever been is when we had that really bad beer when we did that TikTok live together.
Yeah.
And did I tell you why that beer was so bad?
No.
It was expired.
Oh, wonderful.
It was expired because it was it was like a draft.
Yeah.
So I guess the ingredients in it made it expire quickly. So yeah, it was expired beer, and I think it was like apple or something, and that's why it was like so acidic. Yeah, so that
beer was gross.
It was disgusting. Yeah, I'm so glad that people. I still haven't gotten that money for drinking it, by the way. That's the entire reason I drank it, because they were like, "Hey, $10 and drink it," and I'm like, "Yeah, of course, I'll do anything for money." Duh.
Yeah, Teresa, she watches our on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah, hey Teresa,
so let her know, Teresa.
Yo, $10 is $10.
Where's our money? Where's my money, or I'm gonna find your kneecaps. But anyway, after I puke, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna sit here for a second, kind of like bring it all back in and go to bed. Apparently, I did not make it back to bed.
Just make it to the floor.
I fell asleep between the toilet and the bathtub. And what my wife said was basically I was ass up, like
just
face down, ass up.
Poised for pleasure.
And so, I mean, I woke up in bed, so at some point I made it back, but the next day my hip hurt so bad that I could barely walk. I was like, well, there's your lesson, kids. Don't drink so much you fall asleep on the bathroom floor.
Yeah. Just don't get blackout drunk in general. I mean, I guess you weren't blackout because you remember.
I wasn't blackout drunk.
Well, except you don't remember falling asleep on the floor. So I guess
actually, there's some parts of the night that I don't remember. Apparently, someone made a video of me and my buddy having a karate chop fight.
Or you're just staying across from each other going.
No, like I was sitting in a chair and he was like karate chopping me, but I was like dodging his karate chops with my hand.
Oh.
I don't know. This is why you don't drink and make TikToks. I don't know.
That reminds me of I need to write down this story because I got a story I got to tell you for Off the Rails. It's a pretty good story. But
the next day we went to this place called Broadway, and and we ordered an Uber because we were like, we want to be able to drink and be able to make it back. First of all, the next day we started. I had my first drink at like 10:30 in the morning. I started off with Bloody Marys.
That's a rough start to a day.
It was fun.
I personally don't like Bloody Marys.
I ended the night with Long Island iced teas.
I mean, that's a nice end to it, though.
Yeah, but we ordered an Uber, and okay, so the driveway for the hotel is like a circle driveway, and then it's got like a walkway where the sidewalk, or like the median between the sidewalk and the driveway, like opens up so you can walk through.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy, we get in the Uber, and he tries to drive where the walkway is to get out.
Oh my god!
He goes. You could hear the bumper scrape the curb, and he tries to go up, and there's like people like standing there, like, what is going on? And we're just sitting in the back, just cracking up. He backs up. He tries again before my wife's like, I think the exit's over here.
Hey man, he's lost.
Like,
Stop.
He's like, oh yeah, I guess it is. I was like, I felt so bad for this guy. Like, I don't like all this coughing I'm doing. But yeah, I mean, we had a good time. It was great.
I would never want to live in a party area.
No, me neither. I would never want to Uber in a party area. That sounds. I just walking down the roads, I was like, I would be so stressed out driving these roads.
And imagine being an Uber and like picking these people up. Like, oh my god, no.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, the trip was fun. I had to literally go straight back to work the next day.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how your one day of vacation was.
Yeah, no, it really was like one full. I mean, we got to North Carolina at like 10.
Yeah, but all the preparation and like actually getting to locations and everything basically just
we got to our hotel at 3. And we were out partying until like 1 a.m. So I mean, that was a good full day.
I mean, if it was a fun day, it was a fun day. I mean, screw it.
I mean, we didn't leave our hotel room the next day until like almost noon. So
surprised you were awake before noon.
I was awake at 8 o'clock.
I guess I haven't drank that much like to be in that situation. I think since we've done the live, so like my normal is still on days I don't work about 6 a.m.
Yeah. So for you guys, we were going to do a Facebook Live from South Carolina. Well, for me being from South Carolina, but you being here, on Saturday, and I just kind of forgot about it. So I apologize.
I knew it was going to happen on Friday night when I messaged you saying, hey, what time were you doing that live? You said, dude, I have no idea. I'm so drunk right now. I'm like, yeah. Oh, okay. And at that point, I was just like, I don't think we're going to be doing it. And then like noon the next day hit, I'm like, I haven't heard anything. And then like 4 o'clock hit, I was like, I'm just going to start drinking. I just sat down, popped a beer.
I guess we could have done it, but like before noon, because I was just sitting on the balcony.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I don't know how good it would have been with you being hungover.
I wasn't really hungover.
Wasn't that bad?
I don't get hangovers.
God, our family doesn't get hangovers. Our blood family.
I mean, I don't want to drink again, but like,
at least not for.
I don't get hangovers. Yeah. Well, I mean, I did drink again that next day. I drank Saturday, all day Saturday. But that's because I forced myself to. If it was any other day, I wouldn't have done it.
Oh, that sounds so good. Yeah, I didn't want to drink alcohol, but yeah, I forced myself to. Yeah,
like, I mean, normally I wouldn't do it, but I was like,
but it's vacation.
This is vacation. We're drinking.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I did.
Oh. And
this is where you tell us about your week.
So let's start with Monday. Let's just go down the list. So Monday, I couldn't sleep at all the night before. He muted himself because he's still coughing to the camera.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna let you have your
Oh
story
no,
without me.
no, I was just staring. I'm gonna call you out on it. I'm not gonna hide that for me. But no, Monday morning, I couldn't sleep at all the night before. So at like 1 a.m., I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the gym, just try to get a workout in and everything, try to have a good start to the day. I go to the gym. I start with crunching. No, I started with squatting. So I started doing squats after I did my cardio and everything, just to warm up. And squatting felt okay. So I'm like, okay, because I haven't done it in a while. I was afraid that I was going to be super sore or feel really weak. I felt pretty good. I'm like, okay. So I went over to do crunches, and on like the third crunch, I was sitting there and I pulled my back going up.
Ooh.
And I feel so bad because it's like, who pulls their back doing sit-ups? Like,
Yeah,
that's
not even I do that.
That's such an old man thing of like,
Yeah.
I sat up and pulled my back. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I was in so much pain. I'm sitting there saying, oh, I have to work today. I have a delivery truck today. I can't be pulling my back at 1 a.m. I was so upset. I kind of just sit there. I sat in the shower at Planet Fitness for a good like 25 minutes. Just like, come on, just feel better. I don't care what happens the rest of the day. Just feel good until 9 a.m. And then you can feel bad the rest of the day.
Right.
I don't care what happens. It wasn't getting any better. So at about 2:10, I'm telling myself, okay, just get to work, get things started. Maybe like you'll get into the rhythm of working and you'll just forget about it. I pull out some of the boxes to get things ready, and it wasn't going. So I call my boss. I'm like, hey, I can't do anything today, but I got the work started and basically just figure it out from there. Like, I'm leaving. So I left. Normally I get to work like 3:30. I left work at about 2:40, and that was my day. I laid down until the end of the day. I did not do anything else. I refused. Tuesday really wasn't any better. My back was still killing me. Wednesday came around. My back was feeling a little bit better. I got into work, and I was still exhausted because I hadn't been sleeping well because of the back issue. And I get to work, and again, like, the longer I'm awake, the sillier, goofier, and more stupid I get. So I'm sitting there, and I'm staring at my friend Tayden, who is also my manager. I'm sitting there, like, fully squatted down, staring at her like this, just like, I'm just like doing goofy voices at her, trying to get her to laugh because she was tired. I turn around to walk away, and I hit my knee so hard against a metal cabinet that I just dropped to the floor. And I'm sitting there so close to tears, but me being as weird as I am, because I guess I'm just like a verified psychopath, I'm sitting there laughing hysterically. Because when I get hurt, I just laugh.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there laughing hysterically, like open mouth, eyes closed, laughing on the ground. Basically, I couldn't make it through the entire day. I think I got home at like 9 o'clock because I couldn't make it past 8:30. I was done. Oh, my knee's still a little bit discolored and swollen. It still hasn't gotten better, and I've been so pissy. And it didn't go. It goes along with the fact that yesterday my PC crashed at least 7 times. The internet kept going down. My knee.
Oh, it's always nice.
My knee was hurting. I did a delivery truck. I had like 5 different things I tried to cook that failed. I burnt a potato.
Nice.
That was like the most insulting thing, was I burnt a potato. And at some point I started throwing things. I was so angry. I just started throwing things across my house. There was like broken plastic in my shower from me throwing it from this chair. I was so done. That's the angriest I've been in weeks. Oh. I'm still not in a good mood, and I still haven't been sleeping well. I am so tired, and like dopamine like I need to feel good. I'm so upset. I try to do
I
was just saying, I've been doing I've been going live on Twitch because on my free time,
I've seen that.
I just want to do something. So I've been streaming me playing just the new Black Ops Zombies because it's fun.
I watched one day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Were you my one viewer?
Probably.
Probably. Well, did you catch it while I was actually live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which
It was.
day was it?
I think it was last Thursday.
That was probably one of my better ones. This last one was 30 minutes. It was just 30 minutes of me nonstop complaining because normally I get like 90 frames and I was getting like 25. And then the game crashed on me 3 times. And on one of those times, not only did the game crash, but shortly after my PC crashed. And this was yesterday. This was the day I was struggling. And I literally just said, I was like, I'm done. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
That was the day that I was like, I lost. I can't do anything else. And after that,
Yeah.
I ended the stream. I just went to sleep. I was done. I'm actually now, if you didn't know, the human body is naturally supposed to have 2 sleeping cycles, basically like 2 4 hours. You're supposed to sleep for a couple hours, be awake for a little bit, then sleep again. That's the natural sleep pattern.
How long is a little bit?
I don't know the exact hours. I just do it in 2 sleeping cycles, and I try to do it 4 hours each. Try to still get that 8 hours.
I mean, I go to bed at like 10, 11, and I wake up about 2, 3 o'clock, go pee, come back, lay down, go back to sleep, and then wake up at 6. Is that good?
No,
That's 2 cycles. I'm awake.
you're supposed to have hours in between.
Listen, my feet are so flat that whenever I get up in the middle of the night, my feet are just like slapping the ground all the way. Like they don't want to work. They don't want to just like casually like hit the ground and just walk. They're just like all the way to the bathroom.
I still have that thing I've had since childhood where I only walk on the balls of my feet. I don't walk
on your tippy toes.
Yeah, I still walk on my tiptoes everywhere. Oh yeah, another thing I threw a glass across the house too. I was so upset. I threw one of my good glasses. Listen,
Did it break?
Yeah, oh yeah, it shattered everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it felt, I'll be honest, it felt so good. It felt so good to like take this. Did you hear that?
No.
Oh, that my chair creaks.
Oh, your chair? Yeah,
it needs some WD for it. But no, because I don't do that normally. Like I very much try to keep my anger in check because I normally have very bad issues with it. But something about yesterday, I just took that glass. It just felt so good to sit here, look this direction, just launch it across the house. But then also glass went everywhere and it took a while to clean up. But I did.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't want to do it.
No, I felt so good after doing it that I didn't even care about sweeping it up. The entire time I was actually like kind of smiling. I'm like, oh, thank you. That felt better. Sometimes you just need to break things. Like it's a natural feeling of when you feel bad, don't like if you have something that you can break, like if you could walk outside and just put something in a lawn and just hit it with a sledgehammer or a baseball bat, I recommend doing that. Like it really does get out that stress.
I got my dopamine release this week because I started making videos on TikTok again.
Okay.
And I had 2 of them do really well.
That's always a good feeling.
Yeah, so I've figured out my calling when it comes to that app.
What is it?
I'm really good
at.
Yeah.
Was that it?
No, like I have this knack of like it's called a stitch where like a little bit of a video plays and then you like do your own video to react to that video or whatever.
Yeah.
And I have a really good knack of like continuing on a video and making it sound like I'm going to say something really bad about that person and then like changing it at the very end. So like people are like, I almost wanted to go off on you.
It's that meme of like, you had me in the first half, not going to lie.
Yeah. It's like there was one, I did one about, this girl made one about like dating single moms. And so I made it and I said, dating single mothers is probably the worst thing you could possibly do unless, and then I went on to like say nice things about single moms.
I like that. It's the potential trigger.
Right now it's at like 1,400 views and like 300 likes. So yeah, I like it. I did one.
Tell those people to get onto our YouTube and our Spotify, damn it.
I did have a lady, asked me on one of my videos. She goes, "Are you still?" Oh, I did a thing where I was like, "Hey, I'm back on TikTok," and then like I did a voiceover. Where I was like, "Nobody cares," and I was like, "But," and they're like, "Nope, nobody cares." I was like, "Oh, okay, and I walked off the camera, and one of this lady, oh my god, what are you doing? You're like breaking your camera, bro.
I just said I lost my camera. Continue your story.
This lady commented on it. She's like, "Are you still doing your podcast?" I was like, "Yep, actually one just released today." And what's crazy is like she's kind of like an older lady, and so I was like, "Oh, okay, I see you." All right, let's get into the news now. Washington man arrested for allegedly stealing 400-pound slide, mounting it to child's bunk bed at his home.
Oh.
Yeah. Washington man is accused of stealing a 400-pound slide. Well, I already read that. Dustin Allen Bushnell, 30 of Burbank, was arrested Tuesday on a charge of possession of stolen property. Detective Julie Lee had been investigating reports of stolen catalytic converters late last month, and that case led her to the home of Bushnell. Lee, with the help of other detectives, executed a search warrant of Bushnell's home and found a gigantic slide, as well as the catalytic converters. The slide had been taken from a playground in December. It had been repainted, sawed off at the top, and mounted to the bunk bed.
I mean, I want to say that it's impressive, to say the least. Like, if anything, it's impressive. I know it's illegal, but I mean, good intentions. Good intentions.
Yeah.
You said 400-pound slide?
400-pound slide, yeah.
God. If he did that by himself, whoa.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's a man. That's a man.
That's a man.
That's a man. All right. So for me, if you think of all the places that snakes have hidden in your life, the last place you would think to look is here, where a teenager found a venomous snake curled up inside of their asthma inhaler.
I saw that, almost decided to use it, but changed my mind.
This happened in Queensland, Australia.
Of course it did.
Yeah, of course, snakes and things that can kill you in Australia.
The land of 1,000 ways to die.
The land down under. So the teen was bringing in her washing when she was at her home in Bleebley, Queensland, Australia.
Bleebley.
Yeah, literally BLI space BLI. Stupid name. That's why I don't listen to people who have opinions in Australia. When she spotted a red-bellied black snake slither out from her clothes that she had just washed. And she said she didn't know where it went. By the way, this was inside of her house. After she carried it in, she put it down. The snake slithered out of her clean clothes after she put it down in her house. She couldn't find where it went until she went to go grab for her inhaler and found it inside.
Oh, God.
Luckily, she caught it just in time before she actually used it, was able to call animal control. They went, they got the snake, it was captured, and it was taken to a, I guess like a reptile home. It just says it was rehomed.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, so everything played out well. Could have played out really bad.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Because I don't know what kind of snake it was. It didn't actually say the name. It just gave a description. But I'm assuming because it's in Australia that it's venomous and it'll kill you.
I think that's actually what it's called, is a red-bellied black snake. I
thought that was just the description.
No, that's probably what it's actually
such
called.
A lazy name for... that's like me walking down the street and be like, oh yeah, that's that white-skinned redbeard.
I mean, how is that any different than ring-tailed lemur?
Listen, well, it's not.
Exactly.
It doesn't go against the fact that it's lazy naming.
All right, so sea slugs sever their own heads and regenerate new bodies. Like,
because they all need a friend.
Talk about a badass. Like, time to make a new one. Researchers discovered 2 species of sea slug that can grow bodies complete with a heart and other internal organs while observing them for other studies.
How long do you think that it'll take until we use their DNA in order to do that to ourselves?
I don't know. But can you imagine that? Like, you just cut your own head off and then you just like make a whole new body out of it?
There has to be a way to extract that kind of DNA and trait and then use it to like regenerate like organs so you can have like organ donations and everything. There has to be a way to do that.
I'm sure there is. The head...
Continue. Go.
Says the head moved on its own immediately after being separated from the body, and within just days, the wound at the back of the head had closed, according to the study published in peer-reviewed journal Current Biology. The report also found the heads of young sea slugs started to feed on algae within hours of detachment, and they started regenerating a heart within a week, while the heads of older individuals died in about 10 days.
It's so just the head was able to regenerate a heart. How is it living without a heart?
I don't know. Let's see. Researchers found a new body complete with all organs was formed by the severed head within 3 weeks.
I guess starfish do the same, but I don't think they have the same organs.
Well, starfish regenerate their arms, not like their whole body.
Well, no. You cut off a starfish's arm, a body grows off of that arm.
No.
Yeah.
The starfish regenerates their arm.
Look it up. Let's look it up.
It literally says it right here in the story.
I don't believe
Starfish can regenerate their arms. Salamanders are able to grow new tails. And axolotus reform their spinal cords. But scientists have found sea slugs that can grow a whole new body.
All right.
So, I mean, you could be wrong, and that's fine.
Beyond their distinctive shape, sea stars, aka starfish, are famous for their ability to regenerate limbs and in some cases their entire bodies.
Some cases.
So they can
not all cases.
So they can regenerate their entire body.
Which
I guess their entire body is just arms. So I guess we're both wrong and right at the same time.
Or you're wrong and I'm right, and it's fine.
I mean, or we could just both be right. We could just say screw it.
We could.
So I think you're gonna like this one. I think this is a good story. Massive tit fight breaks out in Scottish Park. A photographer captures the rare moment. A pair got involved in a tussle while out in his local park. Scott Williams, 54, took these photos in Ari, Scotland. He visited the park to snap some photos of wildlife and managed to spot the pair whilst looking down his lenses. Now, if you don't know, they're called blue tits and they're birds. But I like the idea that it was a pair of tits fighting in Scotland.
Yeah, I saw the headline and I almost clicked on it, but I was like, nah.
I saw the headline. I was like, well, I gotta know more. So, like, you hear a massive tit fight, you're just like, okay, massive Scottish tit fight. But yeah, it was just two birds fighting in Scotland. But I'm like, I wanted to see how long I could keep it vague until actually mentioning that it was birds.
Well, you managed to make it through the whole story and then explained it.
I'm very pleased with myself.
Shoe Zone announces Terry Boot as new next finance boss, replacing Peter Foot.
They're upgrading.
Shoe Zone has had to reduce its store estate by 40 due to the lockdown-induced turmoil on the high street. Shoe Zone clearly takes its name seriously. The retailer has announced that Terry Boot will be the next finance boss, replacing Mr. Foot. Mr. Boot will take the position after 4 years working with the company of Master Jewelers, which followed roles at Brantano and Jones Bootmaker. He likely became a shoe-in for the job after Mr. Foot unexpectedly walked away from the business last month, coming after only 7 months in the role. Anthony Smith, chief executive of Shoe Zone, said, "We are delighted that Terry has agreed to join Shoe Zone and are confident that his considerable experience will strengthen the board."
Okay, so two bad jokes. One, does everything he wear technically count as a sock? And two, do you call his entire family the Foot family or the Feet family?
Or the Foot Clan.
Oh, like if there's a group of them, if there was a colony of foot people, do you call them feet or are they all individual foot?
They're the Foot Clan. Are you not getting the joke?
I'm not.
Oh my god.
I don't know what kind of weird stuff you're into.
Ninja Turtles, Shredder.
Listen, man. Ninja Turtles was your more time, not my time.
Oh my god.
That's the small.
His whole ninja army's called the Foot Clan.
That's a kinky guy. I'm not into that kind of stuff. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I can't relate to your foot fetishes. I apologize.
I apologize to you listeners that get it.
Listen, there's very few things that we don't click on, and TMNT is one of those things.
Apparently.
Yeah, I know nothing about them. Like, I think I've seen like one movie of them, and I've never seen the animated series. So that's just that disconnect. I apologize. I apologize for the disrespect. Yeah. I didn't mean it.
Ruined a joke.
You know what?
Fine.
Move
on.
Yeah.
It's over.
It's done. Let's just get to the next story.
Just go on. I don't like this
Goats
anymore.
that took over Welsh Town are now shopping at Primark.
Cool.
Just the passive aggressiveness.
Oh my god.
You ruined my story. So you know what? Screw your story. Told you about goats that took over entire town. You're like, cool. Next.
Go on.
So Will Roberts came across at least 15 of the curious goats outside Primark, and I'm not going to pronounce that town, on Wednesday. Unfortunately for them, the government's closure of non-essential shops during lockdown means they'll have to wait several weeks before work at 8 a.m. to expect a pass-through in the empty parking lots. Yeah, apparently, due to the lockdown, an entire clan, I don't know, what's a group of goats called?
I have no idea.
Oh my god.
Why are you blurry? Whoa, what's going on?
I don't think it likes the hat.
I don't think it likes the lights behind you. I think it's trying to focus on them.
It might be. I don't know. I like these lights though. They're nice. They're like old school. But yeah, imagine. Actually, that happened in the States. Actually, did you hear about when the lockdown? I wouldn't say
the States. You act like you live in another country. Happened in the States.
Well, because I'm talking.
Well, how about here?
Well, since my last 2 stories and this story have all been in other countries.
You don't live in another country.
No, but I'm referring to something that happened in the country compared to something that happened in I don't know what country that in Welsh. That's England. Yes, I don't know.
Yes, I believe so. The UK.
So something crazy happened back in 1775 that I no longer have to worry about what happens on that side of the world. So, but during the lockdown in New York. Normally, because it's such a tourist attraction in New York and people are always eating outside, leaving food on the streets, that rats would always have something to eat.
Yep.
But since the lockdown happened and people weren't eating out, rats were actually becoming the cannibalistic, and they were eating each other.
Yep.
And having basically like territory wars.
Yeah.
In the streets of New York. Like, it was getting crazy. There are not issues, I guess, but it was more situations where all of the wildlife was coming out onto streets and walkways and everything because there was no one there to threaten them anymore. Right. So why would?
Yeah.
It's basically they're just taking their land back.
It's like I Am Legend.
It is, except that Will Smith doesn't die in the end.
Neither does the dog.
And that was the moral of the story. Is
that was a sad death.
That made me cry. I guarantee you, if I watched it today, I would still bawl.
I would too.
Just watching him choking the dog and then him looking away and then the whimper as you hear the snap of the neck. Oh my god.
Terrible.
Why is it that we can watch like hundreds of people be mowed down in a movie, but the second a dog gets hurt, it's like all out war.
Game over.
It is,
game over. John Wick,
that is a pretty good definition.
I never watched the movie though.
I've never seen any John Wick. I just know the basis of dead dog, kill everyone.
Yeah,
I should watch it because people say that it's really good. It's basically just like action. It's nonstop action, apparently.
Yeah, that's what I hear, but I've never watched it.
I'm not good when it comes to watching movies. There's a lot of movies I should watch, and a lot of movies that if you found out that I haven't seen, you'd probably be like, "What's wrong with you?"
I finished WandaVision last night.
I'll be honest, I still haven't started it.
It's good. You will love it.
I know I'll like it. It's just one of those things that like I don't want to dedicate myself to a show.
It's only 6 episodes, dude.
I know. I'm so lazy. I'm such a bad person.
It's really good though. Like, it's really good.
I don't want to be emotionally attached to anything. I know I'm going to watch a show and I'm going to fall in love with the show, and it's not going to be long enough for me to fall in love with.
Yeah, I think it's only 6. Like, literally, it's either 6 or 7, and the last episode is titled "Series Finale."
I hate shows that are really good but only have like one season, because I'm so emotionally like invested in the show, and then it just ends and I just feel empty. I'm like, I've lost everything now. You took it away from me.
The beautiful thing about that is it's like part of a bigger story.
Well, yeah, it's the story of basically telling the backstory of how the other movies happened.
No, this movie is not.
Does it not play into the same? I know. Well, it plays into the same timeline.
It's the. Since you're not going to watch it.
Oh, I'm going to watch it. I will watch it. You said the same thing about Mandalorian. No, you can tell me, because you spoiled parts of the Mandalorian for me because I told you to, and I still watched it and loved it. So just tell me. Spoiler for everyone that's listening.
Yeah. WandaVision is basically how Wanda is dealing with things after Infinity War.
Oh, it's after it.
Yeah.
Okay. That changes everything for me then. Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's basically how she deals with everything.
Wait,
because as you know, in Infinity War, Vision dies.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait, he dies in that one, right?
Yeah. So the fact that he's in this is confusing, and then is like, oh, makes sense.
Oh, so that goes along with the fact that you told me like the first couple episodes don't make sense on purpose, and then it's explained later.
Yeah, you spend the first 3 episodes like, what is happening right now?
How long are the episodes?
About 45 minutes.
Okay, so that's not too bad. I mean, the entire length of the series then would be like a couple movies long.
Let's see, 7
It'd be
times 45.
2 movies long, probably. I'd say 2 movies.
It's roughly about 300 minutes. So I think I don't know. I don't know the math.
That doesn't seem. Well, that might be right. Like I said, I am very tired. So
315 minutes divided by 60 is about 5 hours and 15 minutes.
So yeah, about 2 movies, 2 good movies.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on my list to watch.
It's binge worthy, that's for sure.
It's I say it's on my list to watch, but it's like it's not even a list. It's just that. It's a piece of paper with that on it. Yeah.
It's a sticky note with WandaVision stuck to my computer.
Yeah, there's a lot of movies I need to watch. There's a lot of old movies that are classics that I've never seen, but it's one of those things where it's like it's hard to watch older movies now when you have movies that look amazing, and then you go back to stuff that you can tell like is on a set.
Yeah.
But at the same time, so many people still talk about it, so I feel bad not knowing about it. Like The Goonies. I've never seen. We talked about this before, actually. Yeah, we talked about how we've never seen The Goonies. God, I can't name a lot of them off the top of my head, but a lot of movies like that people are just like, oh yeah, like you remember this scene, this scene. Like I know parts of the scene basically just off of clips I've seen, so I'll be able to talk about it, but I won't be able to go into detail about anything.
Yeah.
It's just like I want the experience of knowing the full movie.
Right, absolutely.
I have a lot of friends that are really into movies, and I don't know, like movies just kind of aren't my thing.
It has to be like a really, really good movie. I have to like personally be like, I want to see this.
This is
like Mortal Kombat. We're going to see that.
Oh yeah, we are going to sit down and watch that in a theater, hopefully.
Yeah, with freaking big ass thing of popcorn and.
Yeah, the max size popcorn and the refillable sodas, everything.
Yeah.
Whole kid and caboodle.
And no hole cut out underneath the popcorn, nothing.
This time, yeah.
Because that'd be gross.
I don't know if you watched any of Kevin Hart's new stand-up comedy.
I haven't watched it yet.
He talks about I forgot the pretense of it, but basically that context of a hole in the bottom of the popcorn, and he was like, yeah, and she gave me a butter beat off. And then he was testing to see how messed up his daughter is. So he was sitting at the table. He was like, yeah. He was talking to his wife with the kids at the table. He was like, yeah, maybe we should go see a movie later. You can give me a butter beat off. He's like, I looked directly at my daughter and she didn't bat an eye. I raised a good kid. And then my son was like, yeah, Dad. Don't forget to get that large popcorn. Oh, I love it. His stand-up's pretty good. He just did I got an email, I don't know if it was on my personal one or if it was on the Absurditee one, but about Kevin Hart doing, I don't know how long he's been doing this, but he did like a show with Eddie Murphy and, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name, something Hall. I can't remember his name, but Arsenio Hall, yes. They basically just sat down and talked for a while. I don't know exactly what it is, but I really want to see it because I bet that would be hilarious.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Because Eddie Murphy supposedly signed a contract to do.
Oh yeah, Coming to America too. Yeah.
So yeah, he's doing comedy again.
Yeah.
And he said that he's super nervous about doing it because it's just been so long, and like, I mean, it's basically a new generation that he's trying to entertain. Like,
right.
100%. Different generation than what he's used to.
A generation that likes to cancel everything.
Yeah, he's probably super nervous about it because he can't say the things he used to say because everyone's going to find it offensive. Meanwhile,
Pepe Le Pew's gone. Like we can't have him no
They
more.
try to cancel Speedy Gonzalez.
They're trying to cancel Eminem.
No, they're not trying to. They tried to, and they've already failed, and they're not. It's not going to happen.
And guess what? You try to cancel Eminem, he's just going to come out with a new album.
He is, yeah. He's going to drop more fire, and I can't.
Oh yeah,
I can't wait to see his response.
You can't cancel Eminem, like.
What
you just can't do it.
I'm more afraid that it's going to get to the point that he's going to just receive all this stuff, and he's going to hate it to the point that he's just going to stop making music just because he's going to be like, "What's the point? You guys are just going to keep complaining."
No. That's not Eminem's style.
I hope not, but everyone has a breaking point.
He's gonna keep dropping music in spite of the fact that people keep complaining.
I hope so. I really hope so. So I don't know if you've had this issue before. I've had this issue many times, and a lot of the guys I talk to, specifically males that I talk to, have had this issue where.
I assumed that you meant males when you said guys.
Yeah, but I use guys as like just a both gender.
You said the guys that I talk to, like you would say people.
Anyways.
Just throw that out there.
Anyways, no, I'm not catching it. I'm throwing it back to you. You can have it. But anyways, so have you had the issue where you get fake Facebook accounts trying to send you friend requests? It's always like,
yes.
Yeah, it's like a woman that's like basically half naked.
No, mine's always on Instagram.
Mine has been on,
and I'm like, yep, delete.
Yeah, mine have been friend requests on Facebook. A lot of them that I've seen have been fake accounts of people that I actually know. And they'll send me like links, be like, hey, check this out. And I'll just be like, you're not the person I know, but you're using their name and face. But when I click on your account, you have like 3 photos. A couple years back, I had my friend Victoria died. And while I was in the Marine Corps, while I was in Japan, I got a friend request from her. And I was like, okay. So I looked at it and they sent me a message being like, hey, it's been a while. How have you been? I was like, I don't think I believe who you are. Like the majority of the facts that I've been given, considering I read your obituary, I don't think this is the right person. Initially, I was very upset because, I mean, it was a very emotional time for me. And, you know, having someone you really cared about that's dead and then sending you a message and a friend request on Facebook, a little nerve-wracking and very upsetting when you realize that somebody's trying to pretend to be somebody that you care about that's dead.
Yeah.
I was very upset at the time. Looking back at it, I wish I would have played along with it. Would be like, oh my god, it's been years. I haven't seen you in so long.
How's the afterlife?
So, how's the casket? I'm pretty sure it's stuffy, but I bet the insulation's phenomenal.
I bet you do a lot of lying around lately.
Yeah, you look like you've. I was gonna say you look like you've gained some weight, but you look like you've lost a little bit of weight.
Yeah, a lot.
You need to exfoliate. Your skin doesn't look that good at all.
You're looking a little rough.
Around the edges, which there's not many of anymore. You've lost most of them. So I don't know if you knew this, but somebody near us, I don't know who it is, owns camels. Yeah. The words can't describe the confusion I had driving to work at 2 a.m. and then looking to my right and seeing a camel head staring at me. I was sitting there, I was like, you're not supposed to be here. You are in the wrong environment.
Yeah, that's weird.
No, somewhere in Claremore, Oklahoma, there's just you know that Dollar General right over there? In Claremore? Like not in the town center, but like on the way to Oolaga.
Oh yeah.
Shortly before that, there was someone who owned some land. They have horses and everything, and they have camels. And I was driving by, and to my disbelief, there was just a couple camels sitting there staring at me, just munching away like camels do, just
doing their munching.
Just doing their thing. And that's that same day, I went to go get gas, and there's two parts to this story that I want to get into. One is the fact that gas prices are disgusting right now.
Outrageous. Outrageous. I just filled up both of our cars. Like, I filled up my truck and my wife's SUV today.
Well, how much was the truck? Let me guess, like $45.
They were both 50.
Oh my. And when my tank hits half and I go to fill it up, it cost me $36. When I first came home last March, it cost me like $24.
Yeah, a couple months ago, it was about $36 for me to fill up my truck, and now it was $49 something.
I am. It's stupid. Like, I hate it. It's so bad. It is so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
But the basis of the story is I tried to get gas, and 4 different times I put my car on the wrong side of the gas pump.
Oh, you're one of those people.
Again, this was at 2 a.m. I was tired. I was in pain because it was Wednesday, so it was after my knee got injured. It was during my recovery. I was trying to get gas. And on the 4th try, I just stopped. I just left. I said, I can't get gas. 2 a.m. and I already lost. I'm like, no, I'm just going to leave. And if I run out of gas, I run out of gas. That's it. I'm just going to leave. I made it to work. Well, actually, I made it to the gym because the first thing I did was I went to the gym and I took, one of the foam rollers that you use to like stretch.
Yeah.
I just used one of those for like an hour, just to try to make myself feel better. But I was using that, and on my way back from the gym, I stopped at the gas station next to my work and filled up. But yeah, it took me 4 attempts at the gas station in Oolaga. And there was one car parked next to me the entire time, and I've never felt more stupid in my life. Like, just sitting there and 4 times in a row making the same circle and just being like, I'm done. I'm done. I'm leaving.
You know that your car, like when you look at your gas gauge, it has a little pump, and then it has an arrow.
Mine doesn't.
That point, it doesn't?
Yeah.
That means yours is always on the left.
My little gas gauge is on the right.
No, I'm saying if there's no arrow, then your gas tank is on your left.
But it's on the right. The gas pump itself is on the right. But when I'm low on gas, it doesn't show anything.
Wait. So your
what are you talking about?
Where you pump your gas, Where you put it into your car is on the passenger side?
Yes.
And there's no arrow pointing to the passenger side?
No.
That's weird.
No, it's Kia. It's not American. It's fine.
That's true.
Oh, so I got off work today, and normally I'm super tired when I get off work, but I was in a pretty decent mood when I got off work. Like the way work went, it didn't go bad. I have that morning crew that I really enjoy. It's like it starts off with like me and Tayden's like my gay bestie.
Yeah.
So anytime
that doesn't listen to the podcast, so that's good.
She does. I don't think she does. Yeah. I mean, even if she does, she'll probably just laugh.
If she does, she would have said something because we mentioned her in the last.
Bro, that's debate. Knowing her, she probably won. She would say something to me personally, probably. So yeah, I don't think she does.
Yeah.
But yeah, like anytime I get to open the store with her, it's always a great day because me and her just joke around and do stupid stuff. Just make stupid voices to each other. But on my way home, I was sitting there, and I ended up I turned on my radio, and I ended up listening to Judas Priest. And I was sitting there, and next thing I know, I didn't catch myself at first, but I was going 85 down a 169. And then I was listening to Hot for Teacher, and it was just such a good time. And I was thinking, I was like, there should be a law that if you're listening to a good enough song, you should be legally allowed to speed. And like if you get pulled over, the officer should be like, "Sir, do you know how fast you're going?" And it'd be like, "Officer, please. I was listening to Hot for Teacher by Van Halen." And it'd be like, oh, apologies.
My apologies, sir.
Oh, I was going because you know the really bad road right here. It's like to turn into the house, like to the strip off of 169. I was listening to Jukebox Hero, which, by the way, anything that has like a bunch of drums, like you can't help but just beat on a steering wheel. Like,
yeah, of course,
it's by law you have to. So I'm sitting there, just like my feet are like pounding against the floorboard. I'm sitting there just like smacking my steering wheel, going crazy. And next thing I know, I'm going like 70 in a 45. I'm sitting there just rocking out. I'm like, if I get pulled over, like there's no explanation other than the fact that I was just feeling good.
Right.
Like I was just screaming to Jukebox Hero and rocking out. Like, what do you want me to do? I am legally obligated to just go crazy if I'm listening to something like that. It's just too good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I was saying, like, someone that drives the majority of their time, like, it must be so hard to like find good music to listen to all the time.
Nope.
I have those days where like I skip through my music probably a good 30 times before I can find something I like. And other days, like every single song I play is just fire.
I have a playlist of songs that put me in a great mood.
I have a really weird song that puts me in a good mood. And I'm trying to remember the name of it right now. But it's a rap song that like nobody knows because it's a YouTube rapper. And it's a diss track. It's called Flibbity Hibbity. And I don't know what it is about this song, but the lyrics are like are funny, but they're insulting. And it has a really good beat. And the way he composes the lines, it's super catchy. And I don't know what it is, but that song puts me in such a good mood every time I hear it that I think for a good 2 months, I listened to it every single morning when I left for work. And I would sit there in the song, I would sing the entire song, and I would be smiling for a good half hour after listening to it. I love songs like that no matter like what's going on, it's just a good start to a day.
Yeah.
It's strange how music can really affect your day. Like I can't imagine driving to work every day with no music playing.
I start my day with a podcast. And then I end my day with music.
I guess I kind of do the same. It really depends. There's a gnat. There's one gnat that's been around my house since it warmed up. There's been one gnat. Yeah, I saw it in my camera. I saw it on the screen before I saw it in real life. But it's 50-50 on whether I start my day listening to like a YouTube video or I start my day listening to music. Because sometimes I'll start my day. There's a guy, I love his content. He's called Art of Kicks, and he does like a bunch of reaction videos. But the only stuff I watch of him is his scary video reactions. So he'll do like a live stream every Monday and Friday, and it's just a live stream that goes on for like 2.5 hours of him watching scary videos.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it is, but watching scary videos just puts me in a good mood. Like I could watch scary videos all day, like ghost videos.
Yeah.
I love them. I fall asleep to ghost videos. I listen to them while I'm in the car. I watch it while I'm at work. I don't know why it puts me in a good mood. I just like to be scared, and like I like to be creeped out by something. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm just weird all around. Everything about me is just weird.
My eyes are like going weird.
While you were gone, I took a shot of the bullet bourbon, and so it didn't burn my throat that much going down, but it hit my stomach like a nuke. Like the second it touched my stomach, I was just like, oh. I think it was the eggnog though. I think it sat on top of that eggnog, and the dairy just didn't mix. Is there dairy in this?
An eggnog? I'm sure there is.
But you don't have to refrigerate it. Oh, actually.
It says the refrigerator, doesn't it?
It says refrigerate after open.
Yeah.
That goes along the same theme. I saw a post that's on Twitter that said a lot of y'all be refrigerating your hot sauce, and it shows. And so it was like, it literally says refrigerate after opening, and this is why you get pregnant.
All my hot sauce is in my fridge.
Yeah, it should be, because you're supposed to refrigerate it, because the contents are airtight, and then once you release that, what would be the right way? But once you break the seal, and it has contact with the air, it starts, basically, it's like, I don't want to say decomposition. That's basically what it is. Like, it's basically decomposing. It's breaking down. It's boiling, because it's not supposed to be out in the open and stay good. It's supposed to be refrigerated.
Yeah.
There's certain bacteria in there that if it's exposed to normal temperatures, the bacteria grows and it becomes hazardous to intake. So you have to refrigerate it to make sure that bacteria growth does not occur. So if you don't refrigerate your hot sauce and you're listening to this, that's probably the reason why you don't sleep well. That's probably the reason why you have probably like bad experiences going to the bathroom. And 2, refrigerate your damn hot sauce, and look at all of your containers that you don't refrigerate that you think might need to be refrigerated. Like maybe that ranch that's been sitting in your cabinet for a while.
Oh God, yeah.
Maybe you should refrigerate that.
Always refrigerate ranch.
Yeah. I get confused when I go to grocery stores and I see ranch just on a shelf. Because in my mind, I'm like, ranch should be cold.
But like you just said, it's
it's refrigerated after open.
Yeah, it's sealed.
But when you think of ranch, like, can you imagine having warm ranch?
No.
Exactly.
Sounds disgusting.
Yeah, I don't think ranch should be on a shelf in general. I think it should be in the refrigerated section.
I love eating ranch with my fries, but like when I go to McDonald's, like I feel weird because it's not refrigerated.
Well, also like, because I'm assuming you're getting the little tubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sits like by the fries. It gets warm. Like it heats up because of the content of the food. Yeah. So like you're getting hot. You're getting hot ranch, and that's kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing hazardous about it.
No.
But it's
just like
it's morally incorrect. You just shouldn't do it. It's nasty. I think we should do a weird food a weird food challenge where we try to do weird combinations.
Okay, I'm down.
When we're together again.
Yeah, when we get back to being face to face, which hopefully should be soon.
I mean, honestly, anytime you tell me, I don't want to move my stuff.
I know that's
I really don't want to move you don't know how hard it is to move a full tower computer from point A to point B.
Well, okay, so listen,
The vibrating of the computer in a car in general is very bad for the computer.
so today my son's my kids started spring break today. So that means next week as well they will be home when we record.
Fun.
So yeah, fun. So we'll figure something out soon.
Yeah, I am simultaneously excited to do stuff in person, and then also not looking forward to it because I know the process of transporting stuff. Yeah. I know that's just going to be more driving for me, and you already know my issue with driving of the fact of how sleepy I get.
Well, like I said, if once you get your own place, I'll bring my stuff to you.
I can't wait to get my own place.
I mean, you have your own place now, technically, but it's just not big enough to do this.
It's not. Well, it's not even the lines that it's not big enough because we can make it work. It's just I can't have that much power going through my house.
Well, yeah.
I'd pop the entire breaker. The main breaker would just be like, what do you think you're doing?
Yeah, exactly. With two computers and all that stuff going at once.
It would be a lot. But I mean, I got the money. I say I got the money. I have some money. And I have the credit score. I'm just on the look now. That now it's just a matter of picking something. But I need something with land, and I want a 3-bedroom, 2-bath just because I want an office. I want a guest room / music room probably, or a gym, and I want my bedroom.
Yeah. So once you get that rolling, we will start doing it in person again.
And I, for one, cannot wait to the ideas that we have for things and the ideas that will be coming, because we have a couple of ideas now, but the ideas that will start coming out once we get back in person again.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be like every day will be like, hey, this, and this, because we're both creative people. I will say you're much better at putting your ideas out there. But like the ideas that I have a lot of ideas. I don't like doing things by myself.
Right.
But all of my ideas involve multiple people. I like the dad just texted me saying, "Am I up?" I think he forgets they were recording. He's like, "Yeah, I'm up. Of course I am."
Text back and say that's a little personal, don't you think?
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
And on that note, we are going to end the show and stick around. On Thursdays, we drop the Off the Rails version of the podcast, so make sure you stay tuned for that.
Yes. Well, real quick, disclaimer. Off the Rails is not a friendly family recording.
No, it is unedited, uncensored.
Off the Rails is for the content that you want that has no filter, no cuts. It's just literally me and him just talking. And
it's basically exactly what the name entails. It's off the rails.
Yeah. No holds barred. Anything goes. We talk about anything. And if you guys have stuff that you want us to talk about off the rails.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you want something that someone's not going to hold back on and just state how they feel about something, then message us about anything.
Yep.
Dad just texts me saying, "No, don't be creepy." but yeah, if you have a topic that you want discussed that will have I was gonna say no bias, but technically it's going to be full bias because it's going to be
full bias.
Our complete if you want to know how I feel about something, just message me about it. Basically.
Yeah. Email us at absurditee325@gmail.com. Check us out on YouTube. Yep. Absurditee Podcast. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Absurditee69. Send us a message. On Facebook, feel free to post on our page as well. It's available for anyone to post on. So if there's something you want to ask a question on or anything like that, or get other listeners to join in on the conversation, go for it. Post on our page. And on that note, until next week, toodaloo.
Toodles.